The world of Formula One is currently standing on a knife's edge. While the 2024 and 2025 seasons have given us glimpses of a tightening pack, a massive storm is brewing in the background. It is a storm fueled by high-voltage batteries, sustainable fuels, a technical rulebook that is currently being torn apart by the greatest engineering minds in the world. We are talking about the 2026 engine regulations. But there is a problem, a massive multi-million-dollar problem. Rumors are circulating through the paddock and the factories in Milton Keynes that a specific gray area has been discovered, a loophole in the energy recovery system that could render every current car obsolete. If you think the Red Bull dominance was significant, wait until you see what happens when 1 horsepower meets a flawed set of rules. Today on World Formula Apex, we are stripping back the carbon fiber to reveal the secret power struggle that is threatening to break Formula One before the new era even begins. To understand the crisis, we have to look at the math. Currently, F1 engines are marvels of efficiency, utilizing the MGU-H, the motor generator unit heat, to recycle energy from the turbocharger. In 2026, the MGU-H is gone, dead, buried. The FIA made this move to attract manufacturers like Audi and Ford, who found the MGU-H too expensive and irrelevant to road cars. We are moving to a 50-50 split. The internal combustion engine, or the ICE, will drop from 550 kilowatts down to 400 kilowatts. Meanwhile, the battery, the MGU-K, will see its output nearly triple, jumping from 120 kilowatts to a staggering 350 kilowatts. On paper, this sounds like a green energy miracle. In reality, it is a nightmare. Engineers are currently panicking because generating that much electrical power consistently over a lap at Monza or Spa is technically impossible with current battery weight limits. This leads us to the first major controversy: clipping. Max Verstappen has already sounded the alarm. In his simulator sessions, he described a scenario where, on a long straight, the battery runs out of juice. Imagine you are in the lead, you've just come out of the Curva Grande, and suddenly, your car loses nearly 500 horsepower because the battery is empty. You become a sitting duck. The trailing car, which has saved its energy, flies past you at a speed difference of 50 kilometers per hour. This is being called the Frankenstein engine. To prevent this, cars will have to downshift on straights just to charge the battery. Yes, you heard that right. Formula One drivers might be forced to shift down to 4th gear on a straight line to keep the lights on. This isn't racing, it's energy management. But here is where the secret loophole comes in. One team is rumored to have developed a thermal harvesting bypass, a way to trick the sensors into allowing more fuel flow to the ICE when the battery is low, effectively turning the petrol engine into a generator while the car is at full throttle. Why did Adrian Newey really leave Red Bull for Aston Martin? It wasn't just the money, it was the realization that the 2026 chassis will be a slave to the engine. Because the engines will struggle for power, the cars must be ultra-slippery. We are moving toward active aerodynamics. Imagine front and rear wings that move constantly throughout a lap, not just for DRS, but to reduce drag so the weak engine can actually push the car forward. This creates a dangerous scenario. If the active aero fails at 200 miles per hour, the car loses all downforce instantly. Newey is a master of airflow. He knows that the team with the best integration between the battery management and the wing angles will win by seconds, not tenths. This is why Lawrence Stroll is spending billions on a new wind tunnel. They aren't building a car, they are building a computer with wheels. The entry of Audi has shifted the political landscape. Ferrari and Mercedes are furious because Audi has been given new manufacturer status, allowing them more dyno time and more spending room. However, Mercedes has the HPP at Brixworth, the most successful engine department in history. They have been running 2026 prototypes for over a year. The The secret part we mentioned earlier. It's rumored to be a solid-state battery component that Mercedes is testing, which is lighter and charges 40% faster than the traditional lithium-ion packs used by the competition. If Mercedes enters 2026 with a battery that doesn't clip while Red Bull and Ford are still struggling with their combustion stability, we could see a return to the 2014 era where Lewis Hamilton, now in a Ferrari, is left chasing a silver arrow that is simply untouchable. The 2026 regulations were designed to make F1 cheaper, greener, and more competitive. But as we've seen throughout history, whenever you change the rules this much, someone finds a way to cheat the system. Whether it's a fuel flow trick, a battery harvesting loophole, or a revolutionary aero concept, the grid is about to be shaken to its core. The $500 million question remains, will the FIA close these gaps before the first car hits the track in Bahrain, or are we witnessing the end of Formula One as we know it? One thing is for certain, the engineering war has already begun, and the casualties will be the teams that fail to adapt. This shift toward electrification is the biggest gamble the sport has ever taken, and with Honda aligning with Aston Martin and Ford joining Red Bull, the stakes have never been higher. Every millisecond of battery deployment is now worth more than the aerodynamic curves of the side pods. Thank you for watching this deep dive on World Formula Apex. This is a massive topic, and we want to hear from you. Do you think F1 is becoming too digital? Is 50% electric power a mistake? Drop a comment below with the word NGAMI to let us know you made it to the end of the video. It helps the algorithm more than you know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We have a massive breakdown of the Aston Martin wind tunnel leaks coming up next. See you in the next one.